Mets come to bat in the bottom of the first inning against Carlos Rodon, who beat them at Yankee Stadium back in May. Starting Marte, DHing and leading off against the lefty, and he cracks one toward the gap in left center field. Cutting across is Dominguez. It drops for a hit, gets by Dominguez, backed up by Grisham, and stepping into second base with a first pitch double is Starling Marte. Let's begin the game the way they did yesterday with a double from their leadoff hitter.
And in the same area of the left fielder Dominguez. Slow getting over there covering that ball.
You know, the center fielder Grisham was playing towards right field, so they gave them Marte a lot of room in left center.
I mean, there's a lot of air under that ball.
Well, it's not even if he doesn't catch it. Look at the Rodon reaction. He thought it should have been caught.
That's a lot of air time.
You got to pick it up on the first hop, don't you?
Now Francisco Lindor 0 for 4 yesterday. And he swings and misses at the first pitch slider from Rodon.
Well, another big crowd today.
Lindor hitting second for the 4th straight game. He's got 2 career home runs against Rodon in 38 at-bats. And time asked for by Lindor.
Here's the numbers for Rodon. Just an excellent season. When Garrett Cole went down, guys had to step up. Max Fried has been almost unhittable, and Carlos Rodon is working on a great season.
Rodon, the opening day starter for the Yankees this year in Cole's absence. Lindor takes fastball outside. It's 1-1. Lindor and Rodon were in the American League Central together at the start of their careers. Lindor with Cleveland and Rodon with the White Sox. And that's pulled foul, 1-2. Here's your Honda Mets starting lineup. Mark Vientos back in there after sitting yesterday. 3 straight days for Luis Torrens. Might catch the whole series with an off day on Monday. Marte at second and nobody out. Lindor takes a slider at his feet, and it's 2-2. Juan Soto had a big day yesterday against his old team, waiting on deck. Aaron Boone now in his 8th season skippering the Yankees, made the postseason each of the first 7. They're in a very rough patch right now, losing 15 of their last 21. 2-2 coming. And Lindor just got a piece of the changeup to stay on the at-bat.
And your Yankee defense brought to you by Verizon. Austin Wells back behind the plate. Cody Bellinger, 76 starts in all 3 outfield positions. This is his first start at first base this season. The Gold Glover Trent Grisham back in center field.
As Bellinger came up as a first baseman with the Dodgers. And that bounces in. Wells with a good block to keep Marte from advancing. 3-2.
That really has been the equalizer for Rodon. First, the catcher Wells with a beautiful block, catches right in the middle of his chest protector, but still bounces away and had to hustle over to it. That changeup for Rodon is set up that slider in a much better way.
3-2 to Lindor with Soto on deck. And Francisco takes ball 4, so Rodon got ahead of Lindor, lost him to a walk. And now Soto comes up with 2 men on.
Even though Rodon beat the Mets on May 16th, he only lasted 5 innings to a lot of pitches in that start.
He really didn't have great command. He walked 4 in 5 innings in that start. And now Soto, who is just on an absolute tear over the last 33 games, he's hitting .342 with a 1221 OPS. And after a rough series in the Bronx in May, he had a huge game yesterday. 3 for 4, single, double on a 2-run homer.
I really feel that Met fans are relishing the fact that we've got Soto in front of these Yankee fans.
And Soto drops down a bunt. Wells looks around, throws to first in time. What? Shades of Carlos Beltran. He used to do that as the number 3 hitter.
Oh, want him to swing the bat red hot.
Well, he got the right-hand hitter on deck.
Oh.
I think he was trying to bunt for a hit, didn't get it far enough away, so it goes as a sacrifice.
He's done that a lot on first pitches, Gare, but faked it. This time he went for it.
Not usually with men on base.
No.
Infield back, they'll concede a run on a ground ball. It's his third career sacrifice bunt, his first since 2023. So here's Alonso, 1 for 3 yesterday. Marte at third, Lindor at second. And it's up and away to Alonso, 1-0. He had his 25th double yesterday. That leads the National League. He's got 68 RBIs. That puts him third in the league. And he's got a couple of RBIs sitting out there waiting for him. Check swing. And he held it on the high fastball.
Boy.
2-0.
He got it off the end. It was a slider, and it broke away from his bat and on the end, and that's why the ball went nowhere.
And that's up and away, and now it's 3-0 to Alonso.
Underrated play.
On deck.
Underrated play on that bunt is that Marte was alive at second base. Got a good jump, so Wells couldn't make the force out at third.
And that was his first look. But he had no play there. Alonso takes a borderline strike, and it's 3-1.
The slider for a strike down is into Pete's wheelhouse.
He's got 50 at bats since his last home run. And he takes up and away ball 4. The throw to third with nobody covering. Chisholm was a good 20 feet behind the bag. And the Yankees fortunate that that ball didn't go down the line. Now the bases are loaded.
Makes me wonder if the pickoff play was on.
I'm sure it was on. They could probably put it on pitch comm.
Why would you throw it?
Jazz might have fallen asleep.
That's my thought. I mean, I don't know.
Matt Blake coming out to speak to Carlos Rodon. Blake was interesting. He was a guy that was in front offices. He was a guy that, beginning of his career, you thought he was destined to be maybe a GM off the field kind of personality. But he's come on the field, and he's been a fixture here for the Yankees for quite a few seasons.
Well, one of the features for the Mets this year is that against left-handed pitching, their left-hand hitters have been far more effective than their right-hand hitters have been. And Brandon Nimmo is a piece of that. And he gets the opportunity here with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Jumping on first pitches lately, Gare.
And he takes a first pitch slider for a strike. Don has done well in the first inning this year. He's got a 1.50 ERA, but he is in instant trouble with the bases loaded and 1 out. This is down with the sinker, a ball and a strike.
Rodon's going through the rougher part of his season despite the great ERA. Last 5 starts, the ERA over 4, and the Yankees are 1-4 in those 5 starts.
Not getting deep into games. Went just 5 innings against Toronto last time, and the bullpen let it go. There's a good slider, maybe the best one he's thrown, and it's 1-2 to Nimmo.
Yeah, that's a good one, Gary.
Nimmo has a grand slam already on this homestand. Got 3 for his career, 2 this year. And Brandon launches one deep right field. Back goes Judge to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here! Brandon Nimmo with another grand slam! Three nights ago, he got the Mets back on the winning track with his grand slam against the Brewers. And now Nimmo strikes again, this time in the first inning, and it's 4-0 Mets.
Most of the time when you're facing a lefty, the guys on the bench will say, go right-handed hitters. With this Mets team, left-handed hitters are getting it done.
The Met left-hand hitters have a 760 OPS against lefties, third best in the majors. Mets right-hand hitters, 625, third lowest. Go figure. And Nimmo gets it done.
Brandon is just
takes a strike.
sizzling.
Third grand slam this season and the fourth of his career. Second one on this homestand.
Well, the pitch prior was a perfect slider. This one was not. Started right at Brandon, caught too much plate, especially being up 2 strikes. Tried to recreate the same pitch, wasn't able to do it.
That's the back foot slider, and it's 1-2.
Oh boy, didn't get out there. Outer half. Brandon on top of the plate gets that barrel, the cover.
How about no follow through from Nimmo? Produces the grand slam.
18 home runs now for Brandon. And Vientos hits it sharply, but right at Volpe. And a wide throw, but off the bat comes Bellinger to make the tag for the second out.
The follow through here, as Ronnie just mentioned. Got the fat of the bat on it, but no overswing. All you kids out there, you don't have to hit it a long, overswing.
Brandon Nimmo's career high in home runs is 24. He did that 2 years ago. He's got 18 now before the All-Star break. Now a high fly ball hit by Torrens out to left field. Dominguez has room on the warning track, I think, and he jumps to make the catch. That ball just kept on carrying. Ball really is flying. Torrens came up just a little bit shy, but Nimmo didn't. Nimmo with a grand slam.